Hey everyone, Alex here and welcome back to another World Conqueror 2 video. So this is episode 5 of tips and tricks to winning in terms of defense. So in this episode we are going to be going through the tank right here. So some basic information about the tank. It has 120 health, which is twice the amount of health when compared to rocket launchers, artillery and infantry. So it's a tank, and it has decent attack and defending abilities. And so right here we actually have two level 2 tanks from the Germans, of course, and because they are German tanks, they are going to be slightly more powerful. If you guys didn't know, German and American units are more powerful, like generally, and the Soviets. Okay, so basically the Germans and Americans have strong infantry, artillery, like land forces, air forces, and navy forces. And the Soviets have a really strong artillery. And I'm not very sure about. I think the Soviets also are really strong in the infantry sections as well. But anyways, we won't be talking about that right now. So anyways, our focus here is on the tank, which of course a tank paired up with a couple of units can be very, very deadly, as I have showed multiple times with my other videos. And so right now it's just alone, so it's really not much of a big deal. But if it's grouped with other units, then it will be somewhat of a big deal right here. And so the way to kill a tank is, of course, you want to kill the units above it, and of course you want to use tanks against tanks because you have to fight fire against fire. So yeah, the tanks, of course, your tanks are for taking out those other enemy units that are, just not tanks, and basically they should be generally armored cars or infantry. And of course, when the tank kills these units, they don't lose movement points, which is great, of course. And so the way to actually finish off these stupid tanks is, of course, you want to use artillery to weaken them, because the tank really do have quite a bit of health, 120, and that is just a level 0 tank, which means it's a level 0 tank. It's basically like no yellow stripes, and they have, and these guys here, the two level 2 tanks, they have more health, and I'm guessing somewhere around 130 to 140, but I'm not very sure about the numbers, of course. And yeah, so the way you want to kill all these tanks is you can use artillery and to weaken it, of course. And yeah, you might want to use air power as well, because the tanks are really, really, really annoying, as I have said so many times. And air power is a great way to weaken these tanks right here without actually like damaging your unit. So as I'm going to demonstrate right here with an airstrike, boom, 25 damage right off the bat. And it's sometimes you can get up to 45 damage, which is really rare, but once you get it, it's like getting the holy grail, I guess. But anyways, you can also use the rocket launcher to attack it. Minus 42 health. So of course, using artillery and rocket launchers would be much more economic when compared to airstrikes, because one airstrike right here costs $90 and 40 industrial points, which of course you are exchanging it for at most 45 damage. But with a rocket launcher, provided that you have one, then you can deal like over 50 damage for free. And of course, yeah, as you can see, we have taken like half health of this guy right here. Then you would, after using your artillery and like other units to attack the tanks to weaken it first, you will want to use your melee units to take it out like so, and that is done. And yeah, so a tank army really efficient and they are just basically killing machines. But with the right tactics, like using artillery, air power, and rocket launchers effectively, then you can reign supreme over an army of tanks which is what the Germans usually do. And yeah, so that is going to be it for this video. Thanks all of you guys for watching this. If you have liked this video, please do remember to leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, please do remember to subscribe as well. Oh yes, I forgot to talk about how to counter attack with like enemy tanks, and you might want to take advantage of the situation right here, because the German tanks are usually level when they buy it, it's maximum level 1, which is 1 yellow stripe, if you guys didn't know. So you want to capitalize on that, because those tanks are still really weak, and you want to use like a whole lot of units to really like slow them down and contain the tank threat before you can like finish them off really quickly. And yeah, so but of course, using infantry has its risks, because tanks won't lose movement after destroying enemies, so you have to keep that in mind. But with careful management and strategy, you can beat the tanks with, of course, a lot of units, and using stronger units like a level 2 tank against a level 1 tank, that will also help. And yep, so that is it for this video. Thanks all of you guys for watching this. Have a great day, and of course, goodbye.